What is going on, guys? It is Zirksee today with another YouTube video. Today, I have my Team of the Week predictions, and it's going to be a very good Team of the Week in my opinion. Now, for the defensive master, we're going to start off with the defense this week. I think that the master will be Landon Collins. First off, if you guys haven't seen his hit that he had, I believe on Charkandrick West, I think it was, absolutely killer hit. Completely destroyed him. But he had 14 solo tackles, or 14 tackles in general. I believe 10 of those were solo, an interception, and a pass defense. So I do believe that Landon Collins could definitely get himself the master card, and definitely would be a very good card with pretty good hit power, maybe even 91 zone coverage, and very fast. So I definitely would like to see Landon Collins get the Team of the Week master for this week. Next up at the strong safety, we're going with Sean Davis, who had 3 tackles and an interception. Free safety, we're going with Von Bell, who had 13 tackles, a sack, and a forced fumble. Drake Kirkpatrick had 4 tackles and an interception with 3 pass defenses. Now, he almost actually fumbled that ball on the goal line, which would have been pretty dang funny and definitely one of the biggest fails of the year. Trevor Williams had 3 tackles and an interception with 3 pass defense. DJ Hayden had a tackle, a sack, a fumble recovery, and a touchdown. And then Quan Alexander had 8 tackles, an interception, and a pass defense. James Burgess had 16 tackles and a sack. Terrell Suggs actually had 2 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble, so he could probably be like the highest card in the set. Matthew Judon had 7 tackles and 2 sacks with a forced fumble. Yannick Ngakoue had 3 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles. That man and Calais Campbell, one of the best duos in the NFL. They are absolutely wreaking havoc. Mitch Unrain, I think, 5 tackles, a sack, and a pass defense. And then Damon Harrison actually had 5 tackles, an interception, a pass defense, and a sack. So definitely the defense this week is looking pretty dang good. I think Landon Collins should probably get the master, and then probably Terrell Suggs would be the highest card in the set. But Terrell Suggs already does have actually a 91 overall hero, I think. So he might not get a card this week, but they might just make him like a 92 overall, which would be a very high set card, and definitely would be a very expensive set card, but I definitely would like Terrell Suggs to be in the set, or maybe he'll actually get a downgrade from his My Hero card. Kind of interested to see what they'll do there. And then Harrison could definitely get a card, and you know Harrison is always a very solid card, especially with how much block shot he has, and also with strength. But Landon Collins should definitely get the master in my opinion, and I think that master card will be absolutely amazing. Now, moving on to the offense, in my opinion, the master could be one of the guys on this list, or it could be Tom Brady, but I'm going to guess Tom Brady for this one. For the master, Tom Brady, 339 yards and 3 touchdowns in a win over the Raiders. So I definitely think that he could probably get the Team League master. Next up at the QB, we're going with Ryan Fitzpatrick with 275 yards and 2 touchdowns versus the Dolphins. The Buccaneers did get a win over the Dolphins. Latavius Murray, 96 total offensive yards and 2 touchdowns. Fullback, we're going with Jameez Alawali, who had 22 total yards. Wide receiver Brandon Cooks had a very good game with 149 yards and a touchdown. And then the other guy I think could possibly get the Team of the Week hero besides Tom Brady would be Keenan Allen, who had 159 yards and 2 touchdowns. So definitely a very big game for Keenan Allen. Ricky Seals-Jones, who I believe is actually Eric Dickerson's cousin, got 2 touchdowns and 54 yards. Tight end, we're going with Kobe Fleener, who had 5 catches and 91 yards. Left tackle is going to be Charles Leno Jr. He had an 80.6 Pro Football Focus. Left guard, Andrus Peat, 83.3 Pro Football Focus. Center is going to be Ted Karras with an 81.8. Right guard, Michael Schofield with an 82.6. And finally at the right tackle, we're with Vado Alexander, who had an 84.1 Pro Football Focus. Now, in my opinion, probably might be Keenan Allen over Tom Brady, just because of the fact that Tom Brady already has a higher overall card. I believe that Tom Brady has a 91. And I think Keenan Allen only has like an 89 flashback. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Keenan Allen only has like an 89 overall card. So Keenan Allen could definitely possibly get this Team of the Week, but Tom Brady Team of the Week will probably sell more packs. So that is probably why he is going to choose Tom Brady, and definitely will be a very good team of the week if we have Keenan Allen and Brandon Cooks, as well as Tom Brady in the set, and Latavius Murray, because Latavius Murray's flashback is still a very, very good card. So the team of the week upgrade for that card would be absolutely nasty, or even possibly maybe a Brandon Cooks team of the week. There's a ton of guys for the offense that could get a team of the week, and in general, team of the week this week should be a pretty good week, and defensively with Landon Collins, and also Terrell Suggs, Yannick Ngakoue, Damon Harrison, Quan Alexander, a ton of big name guys had a very good week, and we should definitely have a very solid team of the week coming up. Now I want to go over the games for this week and explain to you guys exactly which ones I think were the biggest upsets, and also just go over the games for this week. So we have the Steelers versus the Titans, 40-17. Definitely did not think that the Steelers would absolutely kill the Titans like this, but Big Ben went 30 for 45, so he had a 66% completion percentage, 299 yards, and 4 touchdowns. Just needed one more yard. Le'Veon Bell had 12 carries for 46 yards. Nothing too good right there. But Antonio Brown, 10 catches, 144 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Absolutely destroyed the Titans secondary. Marcus Mariota had 4 interceptions, and I believe he was sacked like 3 or 4 times as well. So definitely Steelers defense did a very, very good job of locking them down. Except for, I believe, like one big play right out of half. Marcus Mariota had a 75-yard touchdown pass to Rashard Matthews, but besides for that, they definitely played very good football. Lions over the Bears definitely was a fun game. The Lions were actually kind of losing this. It started off 10-0, and then the Lions kind of took back over in the second quarter, and then finally did pull away with the win in the fourth quarter. Detroit, Matt Stafford had 21 for 31, 299 yards, and two touchdowns. Theo Riddick 9 for 35, and Abdullah 11 for 22. Marvin Jones Jr. had 4 catches for 85 yards and a touchdown. Trubisky 18 for 30, 179 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Howard had 125 yards and also a touchdown. Jaguars versus the Browns. Blake Bortles 154 yards and a touchdown. Fournette had 111 yards on 28 carries, so definitely workhorsing him. And then for Cleveland, DeShone Kizer had 2 interceptions, and Crowell only had 18 yards on 11 carries, so they're definitely not looking too hot right now. The Ravens destroyed the Packers 23-0. Joe Flacco 22 of 28, 183 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Alex Collins only had 49 yards and 20 carries, and Mike Walsh had an incredible one-handed catch. But Brett Hundley, definitely was not his best game. 21 for 36, 239 yards, and 3 interceptions with no touchdowns. Devontae Adams did have 126 yards though, but they didn't even score a single point. Buccaneers did beat the Dolphins 30-20. Tampa Bay Fitzpatrick had 275 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mike Evans 5 for 92. And Jay Cutler now has a concussion with 83 yards, 6 for 12, 3 interceptions and a touchdown. Matt Moore came in 17 for 28, 280 yards, and also a touchdown for him. Vikings beat the Rams 24-7. Definitely not the outcome I would expect. But Jared Goff 225 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. Gurley 15 for 37 and 1 touchdown. Robert Woods now is actually injured though, so that's a big hit to the Rams offense. Case Keenum 280 yards and a touchdown, but Latavius Murray had 95 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns, so definitely a crazy good game for him. Saints versus the Redskins. This game actually went into overtime, and I don't remember who got injured. I believe it was on the Redskins, but I can't put my finger. Oh, Chris Thompson. Chris Thompson is actually going to be out for the season now, so if you guys did his cultivator set, unfortunately for you, he's not going to be able to get that. Giants beat the Chiefs in overtime 12-9. Definitely crazy game right there. Texans versus the Cardinals. The Texans actually pulled this one out 31-21. Bills versus the Chargers. This may have been the most interesting game of the week. First off, Chargers scored 54 points. Secondly, Nathan Peterman started over Tyrod Taylor. 6 completions, 5 interceptions on 14 attempts. That is absolutely terrible. 66 yards. Tyrod Taylor came in with 15 for 25, 150 yards and a touchdown. Shady McCoy had 114 yards as well. Not often that you see any team put up over 50. And definitely not often you see somebody throw 5 interceptions, especially with only 6 completions. Bengals beat the Broncos 20-17. Patriots beat the Raiders 33-8, and unfortunately the Cowboys lost 9-37. Oh, that was such a bad game. And finally, the Falcons did beat the Seahawks 34-21. That was definitely a very close game. Matt Ryan 195 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tevin Coleman 20 for 43, and Julio Jones at 5 for 71. And also Russell Wilson at 26 for 42, 258 yards, 2 touchdowns, and also a pick. But he also had 86 rushing yards and a touchdown. Jimmy Graham, 7 for 58 and a touchdown. But those are my Team of the Week predictions and me going over the scores. Which one do you think was the biggest upset of the week? Honestly, for upset, I have to go with maybe the Steelers over the Titans. I thought the game would definitely be a little bit closer. And the Giants over the Chiefs. Probably the Chiefs. Honestly, the Chiefs have kind of fell off. I'm really not too sure what they have been doing, but the Chiefs definitely are not how they were at the beginning of the season. Beating the Patriots and then losing to the Giants. Like, they've lost a ton of games in a row. And it's not like it's too hot for the Chiefs. But if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, and comment, and let me know if you guys would change anything about my Team League predictions. Who you think is going to get the hero, who you think is going to get the master, who you think is going to be in the set. But I'll see you guys next time.